Parental discretion advised. Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a very, very uncomfortable subject. A subject that was shared with me by one of my viewers. The viewer is a young man. Just so happens that this viewer is a young man, and he is obviously not offended when I talk about subjects such as the one that I'm about to address right now. This is why he shared this with me, because he is not offended, because it does not reflect who he is. It doesn't reflect his values or his beliefs. And so typically the ones who get offended when we talk about subjects dealing with black males are those who either support this type of behavior, have been involved in this type of behavior, or have no real concept of righteousness. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go in on this story. Some of you may have already seen this and may already be disgusted by it, but we need to talk about these things because our communities are messed up and we don't see how it goes from one generation to the next. But right here is a living example of how it bounces from one generation to the next. This is the story of LIL BOOSlE. He calls himself Boosie Badass or something, and he's facing backlash over this. In a video, in which I looked at the video, I cannot share the video within my video because of the things that he is saying. I don't want to share that video. You can look it up. It's on a website called Complex. I do believe it's his Instagram account where he shared the video from, but I heard it with my own ears, the things that he said in the video. And so it's very, very disgusting, but he is receiving a lot of backlash from what he said. In the video, he claimed that grown women gave his underage sons oral sex. And so I'm going to go ahead and read some additional comments made by him in this article here. But he is catching a lot of heat over this. Catching a lot of heat. He says, and it's really strange to see him or hear him say this, he equates what he did to training them right. Not only did he do this for his sons, but he also for his underage nephews. And he even says that in the video. He says, I'm training these boys right. I'm training these boys right. And this is a quote from what he said in the video. He said during an Instagram live session Monday, ask any of my nephews, ask any of them, ask my son. Yeah. When they was 12, 13, they got head. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Then he says, HELL, yeah. I got my effing son, D, whatever. And you effing right. Yes, a grown woman, grown, super grown, checked his A out. Checked all my nephews out, super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. I know what the F she did to them. She checked me out, that B. I'm getting them prepared, man. Now that is a quote. That is a quote. And I am so sorry for anyone who is offended. But I wanted to read what was said in the video because I'm not going to play the video so that you can get the full understanding of how wicked this man's mind is and how it operates. Even other celebrities have chimed in on this and expressed their disgust at him saying what he said. Grown women on his son and his nephews. So let me read some additional words that Boosie has stated. It says, Boosie also claimed that he had shown his son how to put on a condom when he was only 9 or 10. He showed his son how to put on a condom when he was only 9 or 10 years old. Yes, that's how I raised them. I don't care what y'all say, he continued. It's better than watching cartoons. That's why they have iPhone 11s. They can watch as much porn as they want. It's better than watching cartoons with two men kissing. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, we raised them different. That's just how it is. Sometimes I just don't know how to process this type of information. I'm not oblivious to this stuff happening, family. It's just that this kind of stuff bothers me. It saddens me, it hurts me to see that our people function this way and that he thinks this is okay. I was glad to see that his comments triggered a lot of backlash on social media. A lot of people are upset by this, including other celebrities, that he would say such things. The fact that he is comfortable saying these things shows what happens in society when you are considered the rich and famous. Now, I'm not sure if he's rich or not, but he's definitely famous, and he probably got a few dollars to roll around. But let me tell you all some things that he said back in 2017. He made some similar comments when he said that he was getting his 14-year-old son oral sex for his birthday. Now, Boosie addressed the controversy during an interview on TMZ, claiming that he was just clowning around on Instagram. Okay, he claimed he was just clowning around. He then goes on to say, I ain't going to get him no head, but if he wants to get head from a girl, he's 14. I'm cool with it, he said. Effing is popular at 14 to 15 years old. That's when they be in heat. But I'm not going to bring a girl to give him head. Now, that's what he said back then. Now, on this particular video, he says he's gotten it for his son and his nephews. Okay. He's gotten it for his son and his nephews. And he talked about how the woman that did it for them did it for him, and he knows what it felt like for him, so he knows what it felt like for them. This type of man right here, don't think that he's the only one. As a matter of fact, it's not just men. I have heard, and I've actually did recent videos where women were doing similar things, letting their daughters dance at age 14 for grown men, and then get upset when these men want to put their hands on them. Not only that, a mother hired some strippers for her sons. Now, it was no head or anything like that going on, but what you did was open up his mind to something that will cause him to do what Lil Boosie just said here. If he wants to go out and get him a girl to give him head, he's not going to stop him. So that woman, that mother who hired these grown stripper women to strip for her son, you can best believe that she turned something on in that little boy. These people, these black people, are disgusting. And I know some of you aren't going to like this, but this is why we are so in the trouble that we're in with the Most High, because we disregard the Most High. And from time to time, I'll hear or see you all in the comment section saying, instead of talking about this stuff, just pray for them. Newsflash, the only prayer that you can pray for such a person is that they repent before the Most High judges them. See, you all have this misconception about things. You use the word pray as some type of crutch to coddle a person who doesn't even want to repent. These are people who don't even want to repent, but your coddling says simply pray for them. When the Most High, his word says, cry aloud and spare not, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet in Zion, and show my people their transgressions. And then he goes on to say that if my people, which are called by my name, would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, Then will he hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. But our people don't want to hear it. Don't talk about it. Say to us soft things. Don't say nothing too harsh. Just pray for them. Pray for them. Well, guess what? We've been praying. Our grandmothers have been praying. Our mothers, our great-grandmothers, and great-grandfathers have been praying. And our people go from bad to worse. The men and the women promoting this hypersexed activity in young people then got the nerves to be upset when those of the dominant society say certain things about our children. Now, I'm not giving them a pass at all. What I'm saying is when you have been charged with being a light to the world, as a people, we've been charged with that. The Most High says, be a light to the world. But when we show forth darkness, or we don't speak against this darkness in mass enough, and we allow this popular culture that was bred here in America to overshadow and supersede righteous culture, this becomes the face of who they think all of us are. LIL BOOSlE and those like him, and the woman who lets her daughters dance for grown men, or the woman who hired the strippers for her sons. Grown woman strippers. Now, just like I said in the video with the mother and the strippers, I'm going to say the same thing here. Whatever grown woman that was, that LIL BOOSlE claimed he got to do this to his son and his nephews, she ought to be ashamed of her behind. She ought to be ashamed of herself to even participate in some garbage like this. But that shows you the sharp moral decline in the so-called black community among men and women. It's not just the men, it's some of the women as well. And you all got to know that when I talk about these things, I'm not talking about all black women, and I'm not talking about all black men. But if the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, why do you get so angry? We are supposed to deal with this nonsense and foolishness in our communities. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends. We are not to condone it. My children know that I will never condone any behavior that is lawless from them. Does that mean I don't love them? No, it doesn't. But I will never condone any rotten behavior because someone is my child. Likewise, my husband knows that I would never condone anything that he would do wrong. And he would never condone anything that I would do wrong. We talk about these kind of things in our house. Like our oldest son, he says, there was a particular video that came out where someone was in the truth and they were saying some utter nonsense. And my son said, if my mother was talking like that, I would never support her in that. He says, I love her, but I would never. My son would never support any foolishness coming from his parents. And so when we as a people continue to coddle and comfort and support lawless behavior because of the curses and talking about pray for them, don't talk about them, that's basically saying sweep it all under the rug. When we talk about these things, it's not talking about a person as in talking about them or backbiting or gossip. These are the things that these public figures do out here before the world to see. And many of our people openly support this stuff. And so the world looks at us and laughs us to scorn. Now, people of other cultures, they do some of the same stuff. But again, when you have been charged as a race of people to be a light to the world, and we keep seeing this type of foolishness that these celebrities are doing, and that our lay people, it doesn't even have to be a celebrity, just any of us, just continuously doing this foolishness and this nonsense. These are the things that cause the wrath of Yah to fall on the black community. And if we don't repent, we will continue to see these things. It is high time for us to repent and to awaken out of our sleep and stop supporting these types of things. Even if you don't support it, but you think that we shouldn't talk about it because you feel that it should be swept under a rug. These people are openly doing this foolishness. So to think that my little channel is shining light or making it bigger, trust me, they get more feedback just from the general social media public. Trust me, more people are seeing the foolishness than me talking against it. This is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to reject this type of behavior because it is disgusting. I want to know what you all think in the comment section about what this man has done or what he claims to have done in video with his own mouth, saying that he gets this done for his son and his nephews. And he equates that to raising them right. What are your thoughts in the comment section? Let us know. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share this video. With that, I am out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and